PK52, the Saturday morning meeting. So a little outside the queue right now. I've been asked by one of the regions to do a little 30-minute session in December on accessories. And there are so many dealerships that do accessories well, and there's other dealerships that have tried accessories, and if the customer doesn't request them, then we just move on. So it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So if you look around the nation, if you look at any major dealer group out there, when you build a brand new dealership, right down the road, you'll get an AutoZone. Down the road, you'll get some place that does truck accessories. They'll add receiver hitches. And one of the things I've always said about accessories, if you sell a vehicle that can have a receiver hitch and it doesn't have a receiver hitch, when that customer takes delivery, they do not come back to the Toyota store for the receiver hitch. They go to U-Haul or somebody else. I want everybody to understand, accessories are gigantic. One of the things that I'm going to talk about, if I get a chance during this session, is what Harley Davidson does. For example, you go into a Harley dealership, you find the bike that you want. That bike is a stock bike. It sounds like a stock bike. It doesn't even sound like a Harley. So once you've made a deal on the bike and that's the bike you want, then you're physically turned over to the parts department. And the parts department explains all the exhaust you could put on the bike and still be under your warranty. They explain stage 1, stage 2, stage 3 kits to enhance the horsepower and torque of the motorcycle. Then they talk about maybe moving the handlebars up, getting some apes, and the people spend so much money accessorizing their motorcycle to make it sound like a Harley. After they go through parts, then they're turned over to motor clothes. And in most states, you have to wear a helmet. Well, if you're buying your very first bike, you may not have a helmet, so you're going to get a helmet that day. You're going to spend somewhere between $300 and $500 on a helmet. Then you need some glasses to wear. You're not cool with your helmet without some glasses. Then, it's going to get cold, so you need a $600 leather jacket. And then you might need a couple of trinkets like a Harley belt buckle or maybe a Harley ring or a Harley wallet or a Harley trash can for your office. And all that stuff is available. It's funny about accessorization. If it's available, people will buy it. Can I say that again? Because maybe I messed up and I didn't say that right. If it's available, people will buy it. In my case, best practices would be a vehicle that really is not for sale in the middle of the showroom with all the accessories on there, including Yakima racks and all that kind of stuff, so the customer can see what they can upgrade the vehicle to. And there's plenty of time to have a casual conversation. The greatest time to have a casual conversation is the wait between the yes and the business office. And it doesn't have to be any kind of electronic deal where you're going through a catalog and you're telling them how much all this stuff is. You can just say, on a Tacoma, the top 5 accessorizations that people do, the accessories they purchase on the Tacoma are this, 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 and this. 3 of these actually enhance the performance, and the other is more cosmetic, but it really makes the truck look good. So you look at tire companies out there. It doesn't matter who the tire company is. There's a million of them out there. They've got a bunch of young people working there. They hustle. They get stuff done real quick. But in their showroom, they have all kinds of rims out there. Are they the highest quality rims you can buy? Absolutely not. Do they do a great job selling those rims? Yes, they do, because they're available and they're right there for people to see. The accessorization business in America is a gigantic profit center. I think that people are obsessed with Toyotas. I really do. I know I am, and you guys know why. But I know that people will scratch stuff off the tailgate of their truck so it's a yo or it's a toy. And there's a culty kind of following for off-road, FJ Cruisers, 4Runners, Tacomas, Koch 33 up in the Poconos up in Pennsylvania takes their customers on off-road adventures. I mean, a Toyota dealership that sets up and sponsors off-road adventures for their customers. First of all, if I'm a salesperson there, I'm going to try to win some kind of contest at my dealership so I can go on the next one, because it's a lot of fun. So we are really behind the queue in selling accessorization. Toyota could do a better job with that. Harley sells motor clothes. Harley, it's a multi-million-dollar industry for Harley every year. T-shirt sales, T-shirts and little Harley logos and knickknacks. So I think people will buy Toyota stuff like that if we offer it. So it's a really interesting thing that I'm getting involved in right now. And what we're going to do is just have a conversation. What do I say? When do I bring it up? And I don't have to be trying to sell the customer any accessory if I just have a conversation about the RAV4 they're purchasing right now or the XSE Camry that they're purchasing right now. Think about the success we're having with a real limited supply of that TRD Camry and the TRD Avalon. Those are spectacular. If you go back with Toyota a few years, remember the Rock Warrior Tundra? Now really there wasn't a whole lot of package on the Rock Warrior. It was wheels and a sway bar and some color keyed calipers, but in a big Rock Warrior logo on the back. But that truck was a home run in every region in the United States because it was something that was different and it set that truck aside. People put snorkels on their Tacoma. They're not going to drive that thing into a pond or a river. But that snorkel looks good. It doesn't even matter if it's functional. Just super glue it on the side because it looks cool. So the offering of the availability of accessories for your Toyota sales should be part of the conversation with every single customer as you're waiting on the business office. If you get to the level where you're starting to sell a lot of accessorization, then the way to quote the price to the customer is, well, you know, that set of wheels will probably cost you about $22 a month. Remember, anything TRD we put on your vehicle is also covered under the warranty. A lot of times if you put something on your vehicle in an aftermarket company where we don't really know the quality of the technicians there. You don't know. You don't know what their background is and you don't know if they really know what they're doing. It's just the reality. But we have a certified Toyota technician installing your accessories, and anything installed here will be guaranteed and included into the factory warranty. In closing, there is a lot of dealers out there right now that are putting high-end vehicles in your Rent a Toyota program. And I think that's brilliant. And Toyota is now allowing us to run those through the program for 4 months and then drop them out of the program and put them right into the certified inventory. Okay, so I've got a Tacoma TRD. It's in my certified inventory. This vehicle has 2,000 miles on it. That's nothing different than a brand new Tacoma for the offering of accessorization. So it's something that was on my mind, and I wanted to drop that in because I've not really talked about this in a very long time. So this has been PK52, the Saturday Morning Meeting.